The last time until last night that Lacey rode was when she went down. All right, guys, welcome to this week's episode. We're super stoked to be back with you. I'm Bubba, Iron Fan 5.
And I'm Lacey, Lace Love.
Guys, as you can see, we're super stoked to be back, and
Stormy's home.
She's back.
Ta-da.
We were able to go last night and finally pick her back up after it's been about a month.
Yeah. A little over a month, yeah. But we've been very excited. Like we said in last week's episode, obviously we had this planned for a week or two ago, but you know, life happens and there were some last minute things that came up with her, but we were very excited to get the news that we could go pick her up last night. So, yeah. Yeah, guys. So we're pumped to have her back. We're pumped that she was able to get to a state where we were able to get her home. And then we have some fun stuff in the next couple weeks that you guys will see. We have a new exhaust that Lacey's going to put on her. Yeah. And then we also have some hard bags that we're going to throw on her as well. I think we're going to do some install videos and then also kind of after that do bike checks for both Lacey's bike and my bike. So you can kind of see what we've done and what our bikes are about up close. Yeah. I'm pretty excited. This will be my first exhaust install on any bike. So I'm excited to learn. Yeah, it'll be a good time. Yeah. Yesterday we did our best to film going and getting Stormy. Yes. We had a special guest. Pops was back. Yeah. Pops came back. He said we started the ride to California together, and so he wanted to go pick up Stormy too and bring her home and do it right. So we had a special guest. Went and grabbed her, but we did. What happened on the ride? Are you talking about the storm? Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, you know, there's some funny things on Facebook, but without getting into all of that, somebody was talking about a tornado watch. Bubba texted me earlier in the day, are you sure you want to do this? Do we think this is real? And I'm like, I don't know. He didn't think it was. That's ridiculous. It's monsoon season. But for me, I think just remembering that part of the reason that I went down in the first place in Cali was going through a very windy, very gusty area. So I think for me, most of the day, I was just like, let's just play it by ear. I had to work all day, so I'm like, let me get home. It's going to be close to sunset. If it looks like it's going to be a crazy monsoon or if the winds are already picking up, like there's no reason to go out. But we thought, okay, it's dark and it's looking a little crazy a little further east of us. Let's just give it a go. So I think all in all though, it could have been a lot crazier. I was super grateful that it wasn't. We didn't even hit rain. So it did rain about 2 hours after we got home though. So we beat it, which was fabulous. Yeah. So it was the eventful way to, fitting to her name. Stormy came home in the storm. So she likes to do that to us. I don't know what it is about her. Guys, so we'll go ahead and show you, last night grabbing her. And grabbing the best footage we could on the way home. It was pretty wicked, getting kind of blown all over the highway. So not as much footage that way, but here's us picking up Stormy yesterday. Thanks for
All right, guys, we made it to our buddy Jeremy's house from Fast Lane Speed Shop, and our special guest, the Pop. Hey, what's up? So he came to ride out with us. We started that trip to Cali together that Lacey wasn't able to finish, and so he wanted to come with us to pick up the bike and get a home there. So we're having fun. Obviously, you can see it's windy, and we're gonna have some fun on the way home. But again, fitting name, Stormy, so it'll be fun.
All right.
All right, Lace, how you feeling? She's back. She's back. Well, we're gonna get her home. We got lightning in the background. We're excited. Thanks for checking that out. It was a fun way. Like, we were super stoked to get her home.
Yeah.
Even our boy today, like, he came down this morning and was like, oh, like,
Lacey's
so bike's back, and he was super pumped. So he's glad to have the bike home too. So it's been fun.
Yeah.
But guys, with that, so Lacey and I have been talking, and really, so the last time until last night that Lacey rode was when she went down. So going down on the highway, you know, freeway speeds, kind of high siding, rolling around in the dirt. Yeah. And then the first time she gets back on the bike is last night. After that, it's super stormy. And so talk about like your thoughts, if there is any. It's kind of, I already know what they are, but it's kind of funny. So I'm gonna let her talk and kind of share what that was like.
Yeah. So one of Bubba's questions just a few minutes ago even was, were you nervous at all? And I said, I think I probably should have been, considering, again, all the events that led up to laying the bike down, and knowing that we were possibly going to hit a storm on the way out from the shop and bringing her home, which is about a 35-minute ride or so, not bad. But I really wasn't. I think more excited than anything, which maybe for me trumps other emotions, I guess. But I was just excited to get back on her. I think that within the first, I don't know, half a mile leaving the shop, Bubba's on comms with me, and he's like, you doing okay? And I'm like, I just have to get back in the rhythm. I think for a second I was hands, feet. Okay, I got this, right? Like balance, and we were good to go. But, yeah, I think getting on the freeway, it was a little bit windy. It couldn't have even been half as bad. I didn't actually bother to look that up today. I meant to last night, but, just to kind of get a rough idea for the wind mile per hour kind of zone that we were riding home in. But, just off my feel on my body, it couldn't have even been half as bad, but super sweet. Even on the ride home, a couple times I'm following Bubba. We've got Pops behind us, and he's checking in for me on comms, and he's like, are you doing okay? And I'm like, I'm doing fine. I actually don't mind the headwind. I just hate it when it's swooping me in on the side, because I really got to use the forearm strength and the biceps, which I've been working on at the gym.
The little body weight that you have.
Yeah. I'm like, it moves me around a lot. So, but honestly, all in all, not as bad as I was expecting. And a little proud of myself that, I think excitement over anything trumped being nervous or scared or anything like that. So pretty proud.
Yeah, no, and I think, again, in talking about accidents going down, I thought back to, it's been a long time since I went down, but I went down, my first time hard was in college. Somebody clipped my front tire, literally just cut me off, hit me, and I went down right away. And I got drugged by my bike, I broke my ankle, my bar snapped off, and my risers were all jacked up. And I had to talk paramedics out of taking me to the hospital.
Oh, that's when you had to go to class.
Yeah, I had guys help me hold up, like,
oh man,
get me up on my bike. And mind you, like, my foot rolled underneath it, so I couldn't use my left foot at all. So I sat on my bike. I had guys hold my clutch in, and I just reached down and pulled my bike into second gear, and then finished riding to school. Literally, with my handlebars, I could just move them on my lap. And one of the connections to the triple trees was like snapped off. So I mean, it was a bad situation.
Not good.
And I remember riding there, not thinking, I was still probably in shock, and I couldn't really figure it out. And I was like, I can't use my left leg at all. So I just like rode up on the grass and then dropped my bike and rolled off and went to class.
Sauntered into class like.
And so like it did take me a little bit to get patched up from that. Oh. But I remember just never thinking about it twice. All I wanted to do after that was like, all right, well, I got to get new bars and figure out how to get my bike back on the road.
Yeah.
So I think that it's different when you watch somebody go down or you see somebody or you're a bystander, versus the person who goes down, especially if you enjoy riding, like, it's a part of the life. And so I think that that's kind of part of how you feel. So I probably was more nervous her getting on yesterday, from my last experience with that, than she was. And I think it's very fitting for that.
Yeah.
All right, fam. So we've kind of gotten off base in the comment section. I always make sure that I throw a lesson of the weekend, but we've kind of forgotten to say it a few times in the episodes. So I'm going to let Lacey take the lesson of the week.
Yeah. So I think just going into what we were saying earlier, again, we were talking, he's like, what do you think it should be? And I said, what could be more fitting? Again, Stormy's home, got some recounting of some maybe not so fun memories from the crash. But I said, what do we tell Cal all the time? And he's like, you fall down, you get back up. And I'm like, exactly, right? Like that could not be more fitting to this entire situation. We live by that on a weekly basis with our little man. So I think it's very fitting. If you yourself are in a situation like this in any facet of life, but if you've crashed and you're able to get up and walk or ride again, get up and do it.
Yeah. Again, it's good life advice no matter where you're at or what it applies to, whether it applies to bikes or something else.
Yeah.
If you get knocked down, get back up, keep pushing. It will always get better.
Yep. I agree.
So guys, with that,
thank
you for tuning in this week. We're excited to have you guys back next week.
Yep.
We got fun stuff coming up. So
stay tuned.
All right. See you guys later.
All right. Yeah.
Go.